Beach, Virginia, 1932. American psychic and healer Edgar Cayce, known as the Sleeping Prophet, gains worldwide attention by remotely diagnosing illnesses in patients located hundreds of miles away with an astounding degree of accuracy. He could diagnose people's physical problems. He could tell you what's in a book. He could find something at a great distance. He could even read the Akashic record, the Book of Life. Narrator, during one of his many psychic trances, Cayce makes an astonishing claim regarding the Sphinx. John Van Auken, Edgar Cayce could tell you about prehistory and reincarnation, and what your soul had been doing prior to this incarnation. He actually gave readings for his own soul that had been a high priest in ancient Egypt and was directly associated with the building of the Sphinx. David Wilcock, Edgar Cayce had in his readings a statement that the Sphinx and the pyramids were built in approximately 10,490 BC. There's a strong suggestion that the Cayce readings were accurate, and therefore their dating of the Sphinx and the pyramids also was accurate. Narrator, up until his death in 1945, Cayce gave dozens of readings about the Sphinx. These readings claim the Sphinx was directly related to an ancient civilization that many believed once existed here on Earth, the lost continent of Atlantis. David Wilcock, the Edgar Cayce readings specifically say that Atlantis, as recorded by Plato, was not a myth. He leaked that information given to him by the Egyptian priesthood and put it into his books. The Timaeus and the Krishas. Georgios Tsoukalos. Here's the interesting thing. Plato describes that Atlantis existed exactly at the same time that ancient Egypt experienced what they refer to as a golden age. Narrator, if the Cayce readings about the existence of Atlantis are true, then might the Sphinx actually be a remnant from this advanced civilization? Perhaps further clues to this connection can be found with yet another Cayce prophecy regarding the Sphinx. Jonathan Young. Cayce dreamed that under the right paw of the Sphinx, there was a chamber at a very specific place that apparently held the Hall of Records from the lost civilization of Atlantis, which Cayce felt he was a direct part of. John Van Auken, when Atlantis was sinking, the Atlanteans were aware of the importance of saving these records. And they also were aware of the need to hide the records of prehistory. David Wilcock, if we locate the original Hall of Records, we would be essentially accessing the equivalent of a Google search engine, but it's the Atlantean internet. So the Sphinx is an entry point that could reveal once and for all that humankind is much older on Earth than we thought. Narrator, the Giza Plateau, 1978. 45 years after Cayce's reading, the Edgar Cayce Foundation initiates the Sphinx Exploration Project for the sole purpose of locating secret chambers under the Sphinx that may lead to the Hall of Records. They were allowed, amazingly, to drill holes under the Sphinx to detect this possible chamber. They drilled 8 holes. Unfortunately, nothing of certainty was found. They were stopped at the last minute. Apparently they were very close, they felt, by the Egyptian army. We did find anomalies beneath the Sphinx. Now, these could be chambers, not just cracks or caves. Edgar Cayce prophesied that in the future, and in the relatively near future, we would discover the secret chamber of the Hall of Records. One of the stories of the Sphinx is that there is a Hall of Records that's being kept. There are certain machines and technology and libraries sealed in a special room until the time is right that we're ready to discover it. And that time may be coming soon.